Hello, it's Clyde at Vibrant Soap, and this is my first soap making video. And I kind of want to show you what I do with my colors because a lot of people have been asking how do you mix your colors and how do you plan your colors. I'm also an artist, and I want to show you a project today where I can let one of my paintings serve as the model for the colors that I use. So let me show you this, get behind the camera. This is a painting I did some time ago. And I'm going to incorporate a lot of the colors that are in this painting, mainly greens, blues, and a touch of pink to the soap that I'm going to make. So I'll be right back. I do almost all my soap blending in the sink because I feel more safe about it. So if it splatters or anything, it doesn't have as many places to go. And I'm going to add my lye to the oils, and I've got some silk in the lye solution, and in the oils I have some kaolin clay and some buttermilk powder, and try to mix as much of that in before I do any blending at all, because I don't want it to thicken up on me before I get my swirls done in my soap. So generally what I do is just incorporate it. I'm going to add some sodium lactate. Add some cream. And the cream was sitting out a little bit, so those chunks will break up. And I'm going to add some aloe vera gel. Blend a little bit more, and then I've melted some cocoa butter that I'll incorporate in that too. I have to melt some of this before I can work with it. The coconut oil is one of the hard oils, but then and the lye water also heats up pretty quickly when you add it to the water, the lye to the water. So I let everything cool down to about 100 degrees. And this is my mix of fragrance. And I'm going to call this one, I'm going to name it after the painting. It's going to be called Forest Tea. And that's because there's some bergamot as a primary scent in this. And I think it's the bergamot that has a yellow tinge to it too, so better careful of that. Okay, so I'll be right back when I add this to the colors. Okay, so here you see my colors. I'm going to try to split them up a bit, and I'm going to make sure I leave some in this glass container for some white. And what I'm going to do is show you how I basically do in the pot swirl, and then do some drop swirling into that. I only need a little bit of white. This smells good, by the way. Okay, so before I forget, I'm going to add my white titanium to this main mix, but I'm going to mix that one last because titanium tends to solidify the soap faster. So the major color in my drop swirl is going to be this one right here. Looking good. And my other light color is the light green. Normally I would do the white first, but I didn't want it to thicken. And add a little bit more white to that. That's better. And then I need the pink. And I combine a lot of different colors with this pink or any of the other colors, just because any one color source isn't really dependable to me. And this is my dark green. That's good. And my dark blue. If you overblend, you're gonna get your soap to solidify too fast, so just do enough of that. Okay, I'm gonna move you over here. I'm gonna move this over here, and I'm gonna start off with my white and my light blue. Save some for the top. So I did two different heights when I poured. One high above so it would go deeper into this batter, and one closer by so it stays more closely to the top. My light green is going to do the same thing. Let me mix that up a little bit first. You can see it go deep into the batter, and then one closer to the top. And save some for the top. And first I'm going to spin this around just like that. Pound this down a little bit just to get rid of some of the bubbles that I know are in there already. And then the pink right there. A little bit on top, and I'm going to just let that sit there like that. Pour that into the mold. You can see how just pouring it swirls it quite nicely. Okay, and that's, and save some for the top. I'm going to pound this somewhere else. And the pounding just gets the bubbles out of there. Get the spatula. And my two darker colors, I'm going to do some drop swirls. This is one of those techniques where you're really combining two techniques. So this is in the pot swirl and a drop swirl. So again, I want this to kind of fall into what's already in there. Save some for the top. And the dark green. So stirring this again makes it a little bit more fluid, and also get some of the other bubbles out of there. This is hot, so I think I'm going to have to gel this. Okay, so now I'm going to take the rest of the in the pot swirl. I don't want to mix it too much. Just lightly cover this. So the pink represents that little bit of a sun glow in the evening in the painting that I did. And this technique is really forgiving, so you can not have to be too careful. And it'll still be beautiful, hopefully. Let me pound this. Okay. And make the top. And the soap is solidifying already, but it's still pretty good. It still wants to pour. No particular order here. Some blue. So make sure that it's down the length of the mold. Okay, there's that one. And the dark green first. Just kind of think that lighter colors look better up on top, so that's why I'm doing it that way. Okay, I don't want to cover any of the other color completely, because when I just swirl the top, I want everything to be visible. Okay, and there's the dark blue. Try to get it on this side too. It smells good. Also has some passion fruit in it, because I was thinking of forest teas, so I was thinking of some fruit flavors that would be good in that. And if I cover over any of the dark blue, that would be okay, because I have it on both ends. I was an art major, and I found that that really helps me to plan out my colors for the soap. Okay, this is good. Let me pound that down. Okay. As the soap has started to set, so it's a good time to just do some mixing. I'm not really mixing, I just want the swirls to show up. That's one of the lessons I learned in my art classes, was to not over mix the paint, because then you get mud. So you see the stripes left behind when I do this is what I want. Then I look it over and I find over here is kind of dull, so I'll bring that dark blue in around there. I think that's good. Okay, so I'm going to continue to film this after it sets up. So in about 24 hours I'll be able to unmold it. And that's it for now.